Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this August long, super huge weekend clean with me. I'm going to try to tackle all kinds of things. So if you need some major cleaning motivation, come along with me and let's get started.
So here we are in the kitchen again. There's always a lot to get going. Going to get the dishwasher started and clean up this area, and then I'll move on to everything else. Normally the kids clean out the dishwasher, but today they're doing other things and sometimes I just like to give them a break. So today I'll do it. So here I'm scrubbing my pot with baking soda and then using some vinegar to produce that volcano effect and see if that's going to shine up my pots. It's worked a couple times now. One time it didn't, so I want to test it a few more times before I recommend it. The boys are taking containers and glass jars and the recyclables away. The recyclables will go, of course, in the recycling bag, and the containers and glass jars will go downstairs to my storage room down there for when canning and preserving season comes. Here I'm just using that basket technique again. Anytime I find any of the kids' stuff, instead of calling for them and waiting for them to come clean up their stuff, I just put everything in a basket, put it in a spot that's not in the way for me, and that way I can keep cleaning, and then when I do see them, I can remind them that, hey, they have stuff to clean up. They've also had Lego out all week on the floor up here, so they're cleaning that up as well so that I can get the floors all cleaned. And as I mentioned earlier, today is going to be a bigger ultimate clean than usual yet. I'm really going to move stuff around and get into places that I don't do regularly, not regularly every week anyways. So I hope that super motivates you. And with getting that compost pail back, I can puzzle it into the dishwasher and then it is full and ready to run. And before I forget and walk out of this room, I'm going to clean those fridge and freezer handles. Before I get on to washing the floor, I'm going to quickly make sure that I've got everything else here finished up as well, that the oven is all clean and dusted, the range hood, counters are all wiped and done, and then I can get onto the floor. I like to work top to bottom most of the time. Here I'm just turning the range hood filters around. I thought I could just flip them upside down, but I found out that there's only a tab on one side for pulling them out, so I actually just left them facing the way that they were, but swapped sides. I hope that makes sense. The range hood sucks all to the middle, so that's the part of the vent that gets gross and dirty. So by swapping them, then now I have the clean outer tabs on the inside. It's just another trick to get more life out of the filters. And the kids are always asking me if I'll light this candle, so today I will. find washing the floor always gets my blood pumping, so I get warmed up. In winter, if I'm cold, I know if I just go wash the floor, I will warm up. Sometimes in winter we find more fun ways to warm up, like playing tag in the house or hide and seek after supper after the sun has gone down. So this window ledge and the Kleenex box, for example, those are areas where the dust wants to settle. That's not something I do every week. I'm doing that today. And I'm moving all the furniture around and cleaning under it. I did just vacuum under the couch cushions yesterday, so I won't be doing that today. But I'm wiping down all these remotes and under the books. I'm actually taking stuff off instead of just wiping around it. So now while the floor dries here, I'm going to wipe the hearth tiles and the fireplace tiles. Some of this stuff you'll see that I kind of stand here and look at it because I'm trying to decide. I actually One of the things I hate the most to do is dusting. I don't know why, but I would rather go clean the bathroom than dust. I have no idea why, I can't explain it. So often, what I will do instead of wiping things, I'll wipe the things that I absolutely have to, and then other things I will use my central vac duster head and I'll just dust everything. I'll vacuum. That way I'm vacuuming the dust right up. I like that much better. Maybe that's why I hate dusting, because my nose gets so incredibly itchy. I could just take pills before I start, but I don't like to take pills if I don't have to. So vacuuming definitely helps, and I'm just sucking all the dust right up. But you'll see I'm often itching my nose in the video today. And these blinds, I could not believe how dirty these blinds were. We don't use them often, but they're nice to have for when we do, and so I don't look at them often, but wow, I could not believe how dirty they were. These window screens as well. Normally I try to get to them every fall, but last winter I just did not get to them. And with spring, having our windows open and all the cotton tree seeds or fuzz floating around, these screens have gotten quite full. So it definitely needs a good cleaning. And you can't see it, but there's, oh, it's just gross around here too. There's like fly poop or whatever it is from having windows open and the flies sitting around there. It's nasty. You can't see it all, but it is, trust me. before when I was standing on the couch, I couldn't reach the bottom of the blinds, so now I'm gonna get that part. You might be wondering why I tied up the blinds once I was done with them. Well, it keeps the cords out of the way for young kids, and also when we have this window open, the wind blows through those blinds and they're so loud then because they're quite plasticky. So it's constantly plastic slapping on plastic, it gets quite loud. So I just tie them up like this and then we can have the window open and it's not a problem. Plus it's safe for young kids. So yesterday I said I had vacuumed under the couch cushions, but I had not actually vacuumed the couches themselves, and they are so full of junk. So I'm gonna make sure I get that done today. For this light fixture and fan, again, this is where I just love this central vac attachment. I can vacuum all the dust right out of there, right off of there, and I don't recall any dust falling to the ground. It wasn't floating in the air, so it's just so neat and tidy to do it this way. And these chairs get dusty too. They don't very often get dirty, but they do get dusty. So we built them last March, I think a year ago last March, or is it even 2 years ago? And it's been a while since they've been cleaned, so they need a good dusting. And these garden or deck doors, whatever you want to call them, the deck screen, or that deck window screen, that one we actually need to replace it, so that's why we have the silver tape, the heating duct tape around it to try to seal it for when we want to have it open. But it's quite old and not in perfect shape anymore, so I'm not going to take that one off. I do not want to have to retape that again, so I'll just do the best I can with leaving that on. And those bristles so nicely get into those little cracks and spaces, so they push the dust down and then it falls into the rest of that attachment and gets sucked away by the vacuum cleaner. So in order to not scratch our floor, we have put felt on the bottom of these chair legs, and they do collect dust or hair. It likes to stick around there. It doesn't stick onto there, it just sticks around. And so every once in a while they need to be vacuumed off. When I sweep around them, then they kind of attract the dust off of the sweeper to themselves. So every once in a while I just need to come with a vacuum cleaner and get it done. Putting up some fresh towels for the towels I took down before, and then I noticed that these light fixtures had been missed, so I'm going to get them dusted as well. I don't know if you can see it here, but there are some dust bunnies sitting there around next to the wall and around the scale. And then on this windowsill, oh yuck, those corners and a dead fly there. So I'm going to tackle that today and get it all cleaned up. not going to bother making our bed right now because I actually want to change all the bedding out today. I couldn't find the sheet that I wanted to put onto our mattress, so I'm going to open up this package here that I got for Christmas, I don't know how many years ago, but I thought it was just time to have a new package of bedding out. And actually this one fits our mattress much nicer than the other one did. Maybe it was getting old already, maybe the elastic was getting old that's in these corners, because after a night or two of sleeping it kept coming off a corner constantly. So this one, so far we've been using it now for a while and it has not been coming off. It stays on all the corners, so that's been really nice. Here I'm just sorting through some clothes I don't wear often. These are my not very nice clothes, I actually just use them as pajamas, so I'm just kind of sorting through them. Some of them will end up going to the thrift store and some will stay, but just wanted to get that area tidied up. those places that I couldn't quite get with the cleaning cloth, I'm going to use a toothpick here inside my cloth so that I can get into those really tight corners. And these curtains also haven't been washed in I don't even know how long. So I figured, well, while I'm at it and doing a good deep clean, I'm going to grab these curtains as well and freshen them up. Here you can see a little better what I'm talking about with all the fuzz and spider webs and whatever that all is on the screen. But that'll just get brushed and vacuumed right off of there. I love this attachment. Here we go, here's that close-up so that you can see just how clean it is now. It looks much better. And this bathroom, you can see how dirty the sink is. This is the sink that gets all the action when we've come in from outside, so if Mark has changed oil in the vehicles or I've been out in the garden, anything like that, this is likely the sink that's going to get all of that hand washing, so it often gets quite dirty looking. And now with the pool, then the kids are often changing in this bathroom, so any grass that comes in on their wet feet or anything like that, that all ends up coming through the entrance and into this bathroom as well. I don't actually need to do this because the spray works well enough on its own, but today I decided as I was spraying the toilet to just get the tub sprayed already as well with this cleaning solution so it can start eating away at whatever scum and scaling is on there. And sometimes I like to vacuum out whatever hair or junk or fuzz or grass from hanging bathing suits in there. I just like to get that all vacuumed up before I start cleaning so that that's not getting stuck in my cleaning rag. Now the weather outside is not nice enough to actually hang laundry today, but tomorrow sounds like it's supposed to be, and often, even if the wind does pick up, the mornings are usually calm enough that I could hang laundry. So I'm going to get it all started and then, all sorted. I'm going to get it all sorted and then I'm going to get one load started with the delay wash so that when I wake up tomorrow morning, it is ready to go. There will be a load ready for me to hang up right away. There you go, you can see it's on a 12-hour delay wash. And that's it guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Happy cleaning guys!